think today we'll conduct our. I think today I'm going to conduct my. I relay my thoughts on the U.S.-Iran war and how and what the Strait of Hormuz actually means. You know, when you look at it from a wider perspective and a wider lens, you know, I think first we need to dive into the history of the Middle East itself. You know, and why that center is such a crucial component of U.S. hegemony and U.S. influence, and also how ideology, you know, created two different sides in something there shouldn't be two different sides in. But we can't doubt the influence of politics and human interest. But I mean, the Middle East and geopolitical, the Middle East and geopolitical, what's it called? You know, the Middle East geopolitical structure is very much structured around serving the interests of those in power. The Gulf especially thrives of just surviving by supplying oil to whoever's running the show. And that's why Iran blocking the Strait of Hormuz is their central point of power. You know? Because disrupting the flow of oil will disrupt the economy. Disrupting the economy will also impact results on the battlefield. Because everything, even the politics, is running by the economy. The economy runs everything. If the economy is unstable, there is no war. There's just panic and loss. So this is a, my opinion, it's a very pivotal moment in U.S. history. It's a very pivotal moment. You know, it's a deciding moment because we can't doubt and we can't deny the fact that the Gulf is holding the Western economy like this, U.S. economy like this. Because we can't deny what happened in the 70s when the oil got panic. So ultimately, you know, ultimately, it depends on how they wish this game to be played, on how they are going to play their cards. Because when factoring in the geopolitical divide and geographical divide that happened in the First World War, from the Islamic State to individual states with individual experiences. Individual state with individual experiences. I mean, that was, I mean, it's quite clear why that happened when we look at it today, you know. You know, it's just from the U.S. perspective and the Western perspective, it's just a play on money, you know. It's just a play on economics, because the influence of money, you know, the influence of money is high. Money is very influential. So if you can control the flow of, if you can control economic flow, and you can create free markets, you know, to globalize in your influence, you become invincible.